Hello, learners. I hope you're all doing well today. In today's session, we're going to uncover an incredible technique that will help you remember English words quickly and effectively. Whether you're just starting or looking to boost your vocabulary, this method is a game changer. Don't skip ahead, because I'll be sharing some powerful secrets that will make this process even easier. Trust me, you don't want to miss these tips, so stay tuned till the end.
Ever feel like you're learning English words and they just disappear? Like pouring water into a sieve?
Oh, absolutely. It's such a common thing, isn't it? You put in the effort.
Yeah, you study, you feel good about it, and then boom, it's gone.
Oh, exactly.
Well, that's exactly what we're digging into today in this deep dive.
We're looking at ways to actually make vocabulary stick.
Right. Practical strategies, things that actually work for remembering English words. Kind of a shortcut, maybe, to building that vocabulary without, getting totally overwhelmed.
Yeah, moving beyond just staring at lists. There's got to be a better way.
Definitely. The material we looked at really hits on this gap, between the effort and the actual results.
Mm-hmm. And it suggests that just trying to, force words into your head often isn't the best strategy.
Right. So let's talk about that first, that traditional method. Writing out those huge lists, repeating them over and over.
Oh, the rote memorization thing.
Yeah. So many of us have done that. Maybe you listening have tried it. Why doesn't it work that well usually?
Well, it seems our brains really like connections, context, just a word on its own.
Yeah.
It's hard to grab onto.
Like trying to hold smoke or something?
Yeah, good analogy. It just doesn't engage the long-term memory parts of the brain in the same way.
It needs a hook.
Exactly. It needs to connect to something you already know, like building a web, those isolated list words. They don't really build strong connections in that web.
So they feel productive, but maybe they're not creating those neural pathways.
That's a good way to put it. They often don't create those necessary links for easy recall later. Makes you wonder how we can learn more naturally, doesn't it?
Okay, so one starting point the sources mention is flashcards.
Ah, yes. Flashcards.
Now, I know what some people might be thinking. Flashcards. Tried them. Got boxes of them. Still forget the words.
Yeah, and that's fair. Because just flipping through them isn't necessarily the answer.
Right. The sources really stress it's how you use them. It's about making that link to real life.
Precisely. Like the food example they gave. If you're learning apple, don't just read the word. Picture it, taste it, maybe remember eating one. If it's chop, imagine chopping.
So you're actively connecting it. Sensory stuff.
Yeah, it anchors the word. It shifts flashcards from just passive drilling to something, more active.
Okay, and then there are the apps, right? Like Memrise, Quizlet. The sources mention those too.
Mm-hmm. And they're not just digital paper cards. They add layers.
Like what? Easier practice?
Yeah, ease of access is huge. Practice anywhere. But also gamification.
Gamification, you mean like points and quizzes?
Exactly. Games, challenges. It can make it feel less like homework and more, maybe even a bit fun.
Keeps you coming back.
It can, yeah. That little dopamine hit from winning a game or reaching a goal actually helps reinforce the learning. Definitely worth trying those apps.
And the sources also mention making your own flashcards in these apps.
Yes, that's a really key point. The act of creating the card itself, typing the word, maybe adding your own sentence or definition.
That reinforces it right from the start.
It deepens the initial engagement. Plus, many use spaced repetition.
What's that again?
It's basically smart timing. The app shows you words you're struggling with more often and words you know well less often. It makes your study time much more efficient.
Okay, smart. So flashcards done right. What's next? The sources talk about learning words in sentences.
Yeah, this is a big one. Not learning words in isolation.
Okay. Like the example, catch the train.
Exactly. You don't just learn catch means grab. In catch the train, it means arrive in time to get on it.
The context changes the nuance.
Totally. English is full of expressions like that, where the literal words don't match the meaning. Sentences clarify that.
So it avoids that confusion later when you see the word used differently.
Right. And it helps with long-term memory, too, because you see how the word actually works in communication.
You move past just knowing the definition to knowing how to, use it.
Precisely.
So where do you find good example sentences? The sources mentioned videos, podcasts, YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube videos with subtitles came up as particularly good.
Why subtitles specifically?
Well, it hits multiple learning styles, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You hear it and you see it written in context.
Auditory and visual.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That multi-sensory input really helps solidify it. You connect the sound, the written form, the meaning all at once.
Makes sense. It prompts a good question for you listening, actually. How often do you really look for examples of new words in stuff you watch or listen to?
Okay, so we have better flashcards, learning in context, but there's one more piece, right?
Ah, yes. The crucial ingredient. Actually using the words active practice.
Use it or lose it.
That old chestnut. But it's true for vocabulary, isn't it? You can learn all these words, but if they just sit there...
They fade. They gather dust, like you said earlier.
So what if you don't have someone to practice with? That's a common problem.
Yeah, the sources acknowledge that. But they suggest solo methods, too.
Like what?
Writing your own sentences with the new words. That's a good one.
Okay.
Speaking the words out loud, even trying to slip them into online comments or emails.
Speaking them out loud. Even just to yourself. The sources actually recommend that.
They do. Might feel a bit weird.
Yeah, maybe a little.
But talking to yourself is surprisingly effective. It's low pressure, and the physical act of saying the word helps your brain process and remember it better.
Interesting. So don't be shy about chatting with your reflection then.
Absolutely not. Give it a try. Language learning needs that active output.
Right. It moves the word from just something you recognize to something you can actually, pull out and use.
Like that. From passive knowledge to active skill. Putting it in your toolbox.
Okay, let's quickly recap the main takeaways from this deep dive then.
Sure. First, maybe move beyond just memorizing long lists. They often don't stick.
Right. Then use flashcards, but use them actively. Connect words to real life. Maybe try those apps like Memrise or Quizlet, especially making your own cards.
And learn words in full sentences. Get that context. Use videos or podcasts with subtitles to see and hear them in action.
And finally, the big one. Practice. Use it or lose it. Write, speak, even talk to yourself. Activate those words.
Yeah. These strategies really aim to make learning more engaging, more contextualized.
And hopefully more effective and maybe even a bit more enjoyable than just staring at lists.
That's the goal, isn't it? Make it stick, but also make the process better.
Absolutely. So here's a final thought for you listening. Think about one new English word you learned recently, just one. How could you apply one specific technique we talked about today, right now, to help that word really settle into your memory?
Give it a shot. See if it makes a difference.
You might find those words start staying put after all.
If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with your friends. And yes, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on fun and useful English learning videos. Keep practicing, stay confident, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy learning!